Stay tuned for the following special presentation from KOFO 1220 and 103.7 FM. KOFO, your sports source for East Central Kansas, welcomes you to this broadcast of Ottawa Arrows Post 60 American Legion Baseball. This ball game is being brought to you by our Legion Baseball title sponsor, State Farm Insurance Agent Keith King, and by the Ottawa Chiropractic Clinic, Quality Structures Incorporated, Dingle & Son Mortuary, Sutton's Jewelry, Advent Health Ottawa, and by the Ottawa Recreation Commission, Kramer Pharmacy, Cosentino's Price Chopper, Kansas State Bank, also by Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling, Arvest Bank, CarStar, C.S. Cunningham Construction, and the City of Ottawa. Now, from the Diamond, let's join KOFO Sports Director Gary Bateman.
And good evening, everyone, from Harvey Drake Field here at Orla Scott Sports Complex. It's time for Zone 3 American Legion Baseball tournament action as your Ottawa Arrows get set to take on the Kansas Senators in a first-round game. 5-team zone here with the winner advancing to the state tournament next week out in Hayes. One team has already punched its ticket to that tournament in the AAA classification, and that is Emporia Post 5, who won down in Pittsburgh yesterday as they beat the homestanding Pittsburgh Legion team. And they will advance the state with a glossy 30-1 record. Kind of an interesting setup this year where the AA teams and the AAA teams are both at the same site. And the winner then will represent Kansas moving on to regionals. Here tonight, Ottawa plays a very familiar foe, the Kansas Senators, one of the more common opponents for Ottawa this season. Arrows won a couple of games against them to start off the season. Ottawa has not played now in 11 days. Their last action was the Saturday of the Fike tournament, which is a week ago Saturday. So they've had plenty of chance to kind of heal up, also get some practice in as well. But it'll be interesting to see how that layoff affects this team as they move into this first round. Earlier this evening, it was Leavenworth beating Oskaloosa in the play-in game. Leavenworth came from 2 runs down with 4 in the 4th and 2 more in the 5th and beat Oskaloosa by the score of 8-5, and they will now play against Donovan County in the early game tomorrow. And the loser of this ball game will also have to play tomorrow, and they will play Oskaloosa in an elimination ball game. Winner does not have to play again until Thursday, so a decided advantage for the team who wins here tonight. And of course, Ottawa wants to get out to a good start here at this zone tournament, especially since they are the host team. It's a beautiful evening for baseball here. Hope you can get out and enjoy some of the action. If you can, we're certainly glad you're with us here on radio. Let's give you the starting lineups for tonight's ball game. First of all, for the Arrows, who will end up being the visiting team here. Leading off and playing in left field will be Wyatt Johnston. Batting second, the right fielder, Blake Ohlmeyer. Hitting third and doing the catching, Wayne Laurie. Pitching and batting fourth will be Aiden Michael. Hitting fifth, playing at third base, Cole Swanson. Michael Hull will be in center field, and he'll bat sixth. Hitting seventh at second base, Ty Gambrell. Shortstop Brody Mundell will bat eighth, and hitting ninth at first base, Ryan Laurie. For the Arrows, Johnston, Ohlmeyer, and Wayne Laurie, Michael Swanson and Hull, Gambrell, Mundell, and Ryan Laurie. For the Senators, leading off playing in left field, Cody Mishictino. Batting second is the third baseman, Connor Scott. Hitting third and playing in right field, Logan Brown. Doing the pitching and batting cleanup is Noah Fletcher. Shortstop Jackson Souza will bat fifth. Hitting sixth and playing at second base, Tyler Dreisgager. The catcher Lance Scott will hit seventh. Batting eighth, playing in center field, Michael Bowers. And hitting ninth at first base, Gunnar Coling. For the Kansas Senators, Mishictano, Connor Scott, and Brown, Fletcher, Souza, and Dreisgaker, Lance Scott, Bowers, and Coling. Shadows out about halfway across the infield here, just about covering the pitcher's mound area and home plate. Not much in the way of wind here this evening. Certainly glad to see the temperatures back in a normal range after the heat wave that we experienced over the past week or so. Harvey Drake Field, of course, is a symmetrical field, 320 down the lines in left and right field, and at dead center field, it's 360 feet from home plate. Ottawa right now really in a bit of a funk. Of course, they haven't played in 11 days, but after beating Oskaloosa a couple times right before the 4th of July holiday, they have dropped their last 6 to fall to 11 and 19 on the season. They are still the number 3 seed in this tournament, and none of the 5 teams have a winning record. So you can imagine that this is probably going to be a pretty wide open tournament. Donovan County is the number 1 seed. They came in with a record of 13 and 14. As we mentioned, we've seen this Kansas Senator team quite a bit this year, playing their games up at the McDonald Park, up to the south part of Topeka, just south actually of Washburn University, as the lights come on here. And we've had some very competitive ball games between these two clubs this year as well. As I mentioned, Ottawa started out the season up in Topeka and beat the Senators a couple of times. Ottawa beat the Senators in that first doubleheader by the scores of 4-1 and 8-6. They played the Senators once again then, and that was here at home. And in that doubleheader, actually that doubleheader was rained out now that I think about it. That was the night of the torrential downpour right around game time. So really, when it's all said and done, we've only seen this team a couple times this year. But a lot of the players still familiar from last year's squad that took Ottawa out of the zone tournament up in Topeka. We're waiting the arrival of the umpires for tonight's contest. Once again, Leavenworth won the opening game tonight by the final score of 8-5. And they will now play Donovan County in the winner's bracket tomorrow. The other game will be a new loser's bracket game between Oskaloosa and the loser of this upcoming ball game. Let's take a quick 1-minute break right here and be back with more. You're listening to Ottawa American Legion baseball action on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Let's face it, auto insurance can be confusing. Do you know your comprehensive from your collision, your no fault from liability, your premium from your deductible? After an accident is no time to find out that your definition of full coverage is actually different from what your policy says. Let local State Farm Insurance Agent Keith King explain auto insurance in terms you can understand.
I'm State Farm Insurance Agent Keith King. Let's work together to be sure your vehicle has the coverage you need. Call and schedule an appointment today at 242-9435. Stop by my office at 111 South Main in Ottawa or visit online at keithking.net.
Join the community celebration at Advent Health Ottawa on August 1st from 5:30 to 7 for the rededication ceremony naming the hospital the Ransom Building. KOFO will broadcast live from the south side of the campus with treats for all and events for the kids as the legacy of healthcare to make you feel whole continues with Advent Health Ottawa.
No matter the brand, Adamson Brothers can prepare your AC for the hot summer months ahead. Call them today at 785-242-9273. Adamson Brothers, maintaining your comfort for over 30 years.
Back here at Harvey Drake Field, side of this year's Zone 3 tournament for AAA American Legion Baseball. And the lights are on here, and shadows moving across the field. About half the field now is in shadow, half in light. Let's go through the starting lineups for you again. For the Arrows, leading off playing left field, Wyatt Johnston. Batting second, playing in right field, Blake Olmeyer. Hitting third and catching, Wayne Laurie. Pitching and batting fourth, Aiden Michael. Batting fifth, playing at third base, Cole Swanson. Michael Hull is in center field, batting sixth. Hitting seventh at second base, Ty Gambrell. Brody Mundell, the shortstop, hits eighth. And batting ninth and playing at first base, Ryan Laurie. For the Senators, leading off playing in left field, Cody Mashictino. Batting second is the third baseman, Connor Scott. Hitting third, playing in right field, Logan Brown. Noah Fletcher is the pitcher, and he bats fourth. Batting fifth, playing at shortstop, Jackson Souza. Tyler Dreisgaker plays second base and hits sixth. Batting seventh and catching, Lance Scott. Michael Bowers, the center fielder, hits eighth. And batting ninth at first base, Gunnar Coling, as the umpires now arriving on the field. And the coaches will meet at home plate here just shortly to go through the ground rules. We'll have the oath of sportsmanship for American Legion Baseball administered by the Queen, local Legion representative here, and the tournament director this week. And then we should be ready for some baseball. The field looks to be in pretty good shape. Usually about this time of the year, it's very, very dry. Of course, we had a lot of rain in May into June, and then all of a sudden it has turned dry, with the exception of the rain we got just the other night, which was kind of a downpour. Other than that, not much rain here for the past couple, 3 weeks. But the field looks to be in good shape. Harvey Drake Field can always give you some odd bounces, though, especially coming off the lip of the infield. You always have to be prepared for that, and that's what should be a home field advantage, of course, for your team. Over the years, you learn how to play those infield bounces. Again, there's almost no wind tonight. Earlier tonight, the wind was blowing in from center field, or field rather, and outfielders were playing rather shallow, and actually ended up costing them later on in the game, as especially Leavenworth was able to get some balls hit into gaps for extra bases. Again, the coaches meeting at home plate. Harvey Drake Field with a lot of foul ground, especially in back of home plate, although there is a concrete backstop, and a lot of times balls will bounce off of that if a pitch gets past the catcher. There's also a lot of foul area down the lines, and a little bit different than most places we go to play. Most places don't have a lot of foul ground, but this field right here does. Now the teams will meet on the foul lines here. And the oath of sportsmanship will be administered. This tournament, do or die here for the Arrows. Win and you continue playing. If you lose, your season is over. Pair of right-handers on the hill tonight, Aiden Michael for Ottawa and Noah Fletcher for the Senators. The winner will play the winner of Donovan County Leavenworth on Thursday, while the loser will have to move into the loser's bracket and move through that, and they will play tomorrow against Oskaloosa in an elimination ball game. Again, the Senators are the home team due to coin flip.
Game 2, sitting Ottawa, post 60 Arrows.
And the Senators getting set to take the field. Let's set them for you defensively. Out in left field, Cody Mashictano. Center fielder is Michael Bowers, and in right field, Logan Brown. Connor Scott is the third baseman. At shortstop, Jackson Sosa. Tyler Dreiskaker is the second baseman, and at first, Gunnar Coling. Lance Scott is the catcher. And on the mound, right-hander, Noah Fletcher.
Mandel, shortstop, and first baseman, Ryan Laurie.
As the evening progresses, balls will get difficult to see in the high sky until we get finally into nighttime.
Right field.
At this point, right field might be considered a bit of a sun field as it sits in the west, but not too bad of a situation. Not what you'd like what you would see at around 7 o'clock in an early ball game.
Matt Scott, catching. Michael Bowers, center field.
Arrows will send to the plate here at the top of the first, Wyatt Johnston, Blake Olmeyer, and Wayne Laurie as Fletcher continues warming up. Coaching over at third base for the Arrows will be Kyle Altick, and Nathan Roth will be the first base coach this evening. There's a throw to second base, and we're set for baseball action. Hope you enjoy it here on KOFO.
Leading off Broad. Left fielder.
Wyatt Johnston will lead things off. Wyatt hitting .317 on the season with no homers and 6 runs batted in. Johnston, right-handed batter. And here we go. Line by Fletcher, first pitch of the night. Fastball in there for a strike. Down too low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. Good pitch on the outside part of the plate. Johnston down to the count 1-2. Chopped it at the plate, and it is veers off foul. Everybody just kind of hesitated. That ball actually landed in fair territory by a few inches and then rolled off foul. So still 1-2 to Johnston. Good swing. He fouls it back. Off-speed pitch, grounded to the second baseman. Dreiskaker is up with it, throws to first, 1 away. Batter is Blake Olmeyer,
Now batting, right field.
hitting .400 on the year, no homers and 15 runs batted in. Olmeyer missed a couple of weeks, came back for the last game of the Fike tournament. Showed a little bit of rustiness. Batting in the 2 hole here tonight. Swings and fouls this one back to the screen. Another ground ball to second. Big hop for Dreiskaker. And he throws him out, 2 down. Here is Wayne Laurie. Wayne hitting .352, no homers, and 16 runs batted in. Pitch from Fletcher. Over but low. Fouled off over the first base dugout. Evens the count 1-1 to Laurie. Two out, nobody on. Off-speed pitch missed outside. Inside to him, it's 3-1. Center fielder Bauer is about a step toward left center, pretty much straight away. Down low, ball 4, so Laurie's on with a 2-out walk. See if they courtesy run here for Wayne. The batter will be Aiden Michael. Aiden hitting .400 on the year, a couple of homers and 19 runs batted in. Pitch to him is outside. And that one hit him in the back. That one got away from Fletcher. And the Arrows have 2 on now with 2 outs. It'll bring to the plate Cole Swanson. Cole hitting .266, no home runs, 8 RBI.
Now that third baseman, Cole Swanson.
Arrows have struggled all year long hitting with runners in scoring position. Swanson takes high. Stretch. That 1-0 pitch. Upstairs.
Yep.
Runners lead away from second and first. Another pitch high, 3-0. In for a strike, Swanson was taking. Strike at the letters and the count full. 3-2, 2 outs, so Ottawa will start the base runners. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Arrows out in the first, no runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. At the end of a half inning of play, the score is Ottawa 0, and the Kansas Senators coming to bat. We'll be back in a minute. You're listening to Arrows Baseball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
I think what we do best is we give them the dignity back by helping them see that there are so many other people out there with that very same story. When we can get that hope, then you can do marvelous things.
In the 50 years of Valley Hope's operation, they have helped change the lives of over 300,000 people in need. Are you or someone you know suffering from addiction? Visit valleyhope.org. Sponsored by Valley Hope Association and this station.
You know how doctors refer you to specialists when you need specific care? Well, I'm about to do the same thing. When you need concrete work done, you need someone who specializes in concrete work. And that's C.S. Cunningham. Licensed and insured. And good. Take a look at all the great things they've done and done right. It's all right there on their Facebook page for everyone to see. Then give them a call. Free estimates, top-notch results. C.S. Cunningham, 785-242-7101.
Senators come to bat here in the bottom of the first inning. They'll send to the plate Cody Mashictano, Connor Scott, and Logan Brown. Defensively for the Arrows in left field, Wyatt Johnson. Center fielder is Michael Hull, and out in right field, Blake Holmeyer. The third baseman is Cole Swanson. At shortstop, Brody Mundell. Ty Gambrell is the second baseman. At first base, Ryan Laurie. Wayne Laurie is behind the plate, and right-hander Aiden Michael on the mound. Aiden making his 14th appearance on the season. He has a record of 1 win, 3 losses, 3 saves, an earned run average of 2.84. In 32 innings, he's allowed 27 hits, 24 runs, 13 of them earned. He has walked 25 and struck out 33. Cody Mashictano will lead things off for the Senators. Right-handed batter. Pitch a fastball in there for a strike. Pitch down to the dirt, 1-1. Michael throws hard, but he'll need to also be able to change speeds here this evening. Fouled at the plate, fouled it off his ankle. Boy, that hurts. Ball and 2 strikes. Mashictano still flexing that left foot. He actually has the little pad on it already, but that caught him in a place evidently the pad was not there. Down too low, it's 2-2. Michael ready, and his 2-2 pitch. Ground ball past the mound, charged by Mundell, comes up with it, guns it to first, and they got him by a step. Nice play by Mundell in and to his left, 1 away. Now the batter is Connor Scott.
24, third baseman, Connor Scott.
Scott, the third baseman, hits from the right side. Michael's pitch, a fastball for a strike. Aiden Michael headed to Mid-America Nazarene University. Foul back of the plate, 0-2, where he will play both basketball and baseball. He's ahead of Scott here, 0-2. Checked off the fastball up high. Base is empty, 1 out, nothing, bottom of the first. Buried in the dirt, 2-2. Swing and a miss, he struck him out.
Now batting number 6.
Base is empty, 2 down.
Right fielder, Logan Brown.
Here is Logan Brown, the right fielder. Pitch over but low. Called strike on the outside corner. Swing and a miss. And Michael ahead of Brown, 1-2. Struck him out with a fastball. And the Senators go in order here in the first. 3 up, 3 down at the end of 1 inning of play. Ottawa nothing, Kansas Senators nothing. And we'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Arrows Baseball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Many people are finding themselves spending more and more time sitting behind a computer or standing for long hours during the day. Each time we lean forward 60 degrees, the stress placed on our neck is increased dramatically. Bad posture can lead to numbness, pain, tense nerves, and even affect your breathing. Stress on your neck can also lead to tense upper back and shoulder muscles, resulting in frequent headaches due to this poor posture. This is Dr. Sherry Jung at Ottawa Chiropractic Clinic. Give us a call today for a no-charge consultation at 785-242-4100.
No scores. We come to the top of the second inning. For the Arrows, the 6, 7, and 8 hitters, Michael Hull, Ty Gambrell, and Brody Mundell. Ottawa got a walk and a hit batsman after 2 were out in the first, but Noah Fletcher was able to strike out Cole Swanson to end the threat. Still time for you to come out and enjoy some of the action. The tournament continues tomorrow and will actually conclude either Friday night or Saturday morning, depending on how everything turns out. It's a double elimination tournament.
Lead off for Ottawa. Top of the second, number 16, Michael Hull.
Michael Hull will lead things off for the Arrows. Michael's averaged .296 with no home runs and 12 runs batted in. Fletcher's pitch fouled out of play. Fletcher ready, and the 0-1 to Hull. Outside corner, strike 2 called. Ground chopper to short. Sosa's got it. Throws across in time, 1 down. Now Ty Gambrell hitting .328 on the year, no homers, and 9 runs batted in. Gambrell, the lone left-handed bat in the Ottawa lineup. Takes the strike. Top of the second, 1 out, nobody on, nothing. Inside to Gambrell, 1-1. Thought about it, pulled the bat back, took low, 2 balls and a strike. Bowers in center field, shaded a few steps toward right center. Gambrell does use the entire field. Down too low, it's 3-1 to him. Ball 4 inside, so a 1-out walk to Gambrell. Batter is Brody Mundell. Brody hitting .190, no homers, 6 runs batted in. Gambrell safe lead over at first. Bluff move by the runner. The pitch was down low. Gambrell actually leads Ottawa in stolen bases over at first base with 11. Stretched by Fletcher. 1-0 pitch. Down too low. It's 2-0. Runner at first, 1 out. Mundell swings and lines it into shallow left center field for a hit. Gambrell will stop at second. So 2 on, 1 out for Ryan Laurie. Laurie's averaged .224, no homers, 8 runs batted in. He has swung the bat much better of late. First baseman Culling in on the infield grass. And the ball gets away from the catcher. There they go, the runners down to second and third on the wild pitch. Senators will play their infield in on the right side as the second baseman Dreiskaker comes in now. Inside, 2-0 to Ryan Laurie. Gambrell at third, Mundell at second, 1 out. Ground ball slowly hit to the left side, fielded by the third baseman, runner trying to score, and Gambrell will be out. Play goes 5-2. Runners at first and second, 2 away now. Wyatt Johnston, the batter. He bounced out to the second baseman back in the first. When Scott was able to get to that ball, really Ottawa had no chance to score the run. Swing and a miss by Johnston. Came up empty on the fastball, 0-1. Another big swing, and he came up empty again, 0-2. Off-speed pitch in the dirt, nice stop by the catcher, Scott. 1-2 to Johnston. 2 on, 2 out. Down too low. That evens the count, 2-2. Inside, now the count full to Johnston. And as was the case in the first inning with 2 outs, runners will be off and moving here. Line by past the first baseman on into shallow right field. Here comes a run to score. And on the throw to the plate, down to second goes Johnston. It's 1-0 Arrows. Here is Blake Olmeyer. Olmeyer grounded out to the second baseman his first time. That ball hit sharply past the first baseman, Coling. Inside, 1-0. Way outside, 2-0. Stretch by Fletcher, 2-0 pitch. Missed high. And now Scott wants to have a go out and have a word with his right-hander. And it looks like the Senators are going to waste no time getting some warm-up action going down the right field line. It would appear to be Brian Lunsford. And now we'll have a visit from the dugout as well. Gambrell walked with one out. Mundell dumped a single into left center. The runners moved up on a wild pitch, but then Laurie grounded into a fielder's choice with Gambrell out at the plate. Johnston then singled on a 3-2 pitch to drive home Mundell. The count 3-0 here to Ohlmeyer with Wayne Laurie on deck. And ball 4 inside to load the bases. Wayne Laurie, the batter, drew a walk back in the first.
Wayne Laurie.
Actually, looks like it's a left-hander throwing down the line there for the Senators. Fletcher will work from the windup here. Down too low, 1-0. Ground ball to the third baseman and on pass in a shallow left field. 1 run will score, 2 runs will score, and it's 3-0 Arrows. Connor Scott went down after that ball and just rolled under his glove.
Number 7, Aiden Michael.
Here's Aiden Michael. Aiden was hit by a pitch in the first inning. Ohlmeyer stopped at second base on that error. Pitch to Michael is low. Swing and a fly ball into right center field, and it's going to drop in for a hit. There's a runner trying for third, and the throw will not be in time. Ohlmeyer scores to make it 4-0 Arrows. Aiden Michael picks up his 20th RBI on the season. Here is Cole Swanson, strikeout victim back in the first. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Off-speed pitch hit the outside corner, 0-2. Swanson, the 9th man to come to the plate in the inning. Ottawa has jumped out to a 4-0 lead here in the top of the second. Fouled it back. A little bit high with the off-speed pitch, 1-2. Laurie out at third, Michael at first, 2 outs. Runner heads for second. Pitch is grounded slowly towards short. Charged hard by Sosa. Comes up throwing, and the throw is wild. Colling can't come up with it. There's another runner in to score. see how they score that. Going to be an infield single for Swanson and an RBI.
Number 16, Michael Hole.
Here's Michael Hole, who started the inning out by grounding out to the shortstop. Runner goes from first, and the throw is not in time as Swanson kind of danced around the tag. He's in with a stolen base. Hit in left center field. That one is going to be caught by Michael Bowers. Nice running catch to his right, and that retires the side. But Ottawa gets 5 here in the second on 4 hits. There were 2 Senator Evers and 2 left on base. And at the end of an inning and a half, it's Ottawa 5 and the Senators nothing. And we're back after this 1-minute timeout. You're listening to Arrows Baseball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
Save time and hassle later by checking your vehicle now to be sure all of your lights and signals are in working order, adjust mirrors, and check your tire pressure. This reminder from CarStar Ottawa. Call 242-8916. CarStar. Relax. We'll take it from here.
Quality Structures Incorporated in Richmond is proud to sponsor this KOFO sports broadcast. They know that experience matters on the field and when it comes to your building needs. Visit qualitystructures.com and put their years of experience in constructing post-frame buildings to work for you.
Hi, I'm Jack with Arvest Bank. My goal today? Play an epic drum solo. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Sorry about that. Maybe I should have let an expert help me accomplish my goal. And for your financial goals, Arvest is the expert. We can help you rock out buying a new home in no time. Get pre-qualified in person or on your phone. When it comes to your finances, trust the experts. Trust Arvest, Equal Housing Lender.
Arrows with a 5-0 lead as the Senators come to bat here in the bottom of the second. Middle third of the order, Noah Fletcher, Jackson Souza, and Tyler Dreiskaker. Noah Fletcher, right-handed batter. Pitch from Aiden Michael. Fastball at the knees, strike called. Pitch up and in, 1-1. Swing and a miss to the off-speed pitch. One, 2 to Fletcher. Missed outside. Grounder to second. Gambrell up with it. And the throw is in time, 1 out. Here is Jackson Souza, the shortstop.
The shortstop, number 7, Jackson Souza.
Souza, right-handed batter. Michael's fastball is outside. Up too high, it's 2-0. Swinging away, 2-0, and Sosa fouls it back to the screen. Ground ball up the middle, right through the wickets, on into center field for a base hit. That ball literally went through Aiden Michaels' legs.
Now that second baseman, number 22, Tyler Dreisgeiger.
So first hit for the Senators. The batter is Tyler Dreisgeiger. Right-handed hitter. Michaels' pitch, a fastball on the outside corner. Arrows lead at 5-0, bottom of the second. One on with one out. Down low, ball rolled out in front of Laurie. Souza thought about taking off for second, but thought better of it. Quick throw to first, runner back. Grounder to third, bad hop, and it rolls off of Swanson's glove, and everybody will be safe. So Dreisgeiger reaches on the air. There's two on with one out. And here is the catcher, Lance Scott.
Now batting catcher number 14, Lance Scott.
The hop wasn't bad so much as it was in between, and Swanson just couldn't come up with it cleanly. Stretch by Michael. Now time is asked for. Stretch. Pitch to Scott. Fouled it back. Laurie through the signs. And the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Good fastball. And the count, 2 strikes. And again, Scott asks for time as Michael went into the stretch position. O2 pitch low. Souza, the runner at second. Dreisgeiger at first. One out. Crowder to short. Mundell will flip to second. They'll get the out there. No return throw. And on the play down to third base goes Souza.
Now batting center fielder number 25, Michael Bowers.
So with 2 outs here is Michael Bowers, left-handed batter. Fastball down low. Outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Time asked for by Bowers. Now the stretch. 2-0 pitch. Low. Bowers up there now just showing bunt with a 3-0 count. And he'll take a strike. First and third, 2 away with Ottawa on top 5-0 here in the bottom of the second. 3-1 to Bowers. Ball 4 outside. So now the bases are loaded. And the batter is Gunnar Kohling. And a quick meeting out on the mound, Nathan Roth out of the Ottawa dugout. With one out, Sosa singled into center field. Ricegaker was safe on an error and a fielder's choice grounder and the walk to load the bases. Gunnar Kelling.
Now back first baseman, 4-2, Gunnar Kohling.
Michael will elect to work from the windup here. Down too low. Fastball high, and he's tried to overthrow that one. It's 2-0. Another pitch high. 3 balls, no strikes. Michael stepping off. And ball 4 high, that walks home a run. It also turns the lineup over. Brings to the plate Cody Mashictano. He grounded out to the shortstop his first time up. Fastball in there for a strike. Curve, chop foul at the plate. So the Senators have an unearned run here in the second. They've cut the Ottawa lead to 5-1. O2 pitch. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. In the second for the Senators, 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, 3 left. At the end of 2, Ottawa 5, and the Senators 1.
1 run.
We'll be back in 30 seconds, and you're listening to Arrows Baseball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
It's late at night. You've been visiting family and you're on your way home. You didn't see the deer in front of you until it was too late. Everyone is safe. Your vehicle did its job and protected you. Now you get to find out if your auto insurance does the same. It will, because you have State Farm Auto Insurance through local agent Keith King in Ottawa.
I'm State Farm Insurance Agent Keith King. Let's work together to be sure your vehicle has the coverage you need. Call and schedule an appointment today at 242-9435. Stop by my office at 111 South Main in Ottawa or visit online at keithking.net.
Kansas Senators will have a new pitcher here to start the top of the 3rd inning. And it'll be a left-hander.
Fletcher finishes with 55 pitches.
And the new hurler is going to be Jonathan Knapp. So Fletcher goes 2 innings. He allows 4 hits and 5 runs. just one of those runs was earned. Let's see where Knapp goes into the ball game. Did they keep Fletcher in? That is the question at this point. Arrows will send to the plate here the lower third of the order, Gambrell, Mundell, and Laurie. Ottawa with 5 in their half of the second. Topeka got one of them back in the bottom of the second. So Knapp will come in and will bat in the 4-hole in the lineup. Ty Gambrell will lead things off for the Arrows.
Top of the third. Second baseman, number 5, Ty.
Ty drew a walk back in the second inning. Ground ball just foul outside of third. Quick stoppage here as they went to go get that baseball. Knapp's 0-1 pitch. Down too low. Pitch misses low and away, 2-1. Breaking ball, down too low. Hit in left field down the line. That's in for a base hit. Gamble around first. He's going to try for second. Here comes the throw, and he'll be in safely. Throw gets away, but backed up by the first baseman, Coling. And Gambrell has a leadoff double. I had mentioned earlier that Ty likes to use the entire field. He did a good job that time of just serving that ball down the left field line. Here's Brody Mundell. Brody with a single to left center his first time up. Came around to score the first Ottawa run. Stretch by Knapp. Pitch. Slowly hit ground ball at the third base line, foul. Gambrell out at second, nobody out. We're in the top of the third with Ottawa on top 5-1. Ground ball to third. Scott up with it, looks the runner back, and throws to first in time. Well, Mundell tried to pull that ball, and that was not the right strategy there with the runner at second base, nobody out. Here's Ryan Laurie. Laurie reached on a fielder's choice back in the second. Left-hander Knapp looks in for a sign. That ball's hit to left and down the line. Long run from Besikta. Now it's going to go over his head and roll all the way to the fence. Gambrell rounds third. He will score on the double by Laurie. So the Arrows lead it now 6-1. Hitter will be Wyatt Johnston, who drove home a couple with a single. Check that, one run. He drove home a run with a single to right his last time up. Bluff move by Knapp, but nobody was at the base at second. Pitch is over for a strike. Oh, one delivery. Curve is down low. Big gap on the right side of the infield. Chopper to third, speared by Scott. Low throw, but Colling digs this one out. And there's two away. Now Blake Ohlmeyer, the batter. Ohlmeyer walked in the second. He grounded the second baseman in the first. Arrows have a run home here in the third. They lead 6-1. They are the visiting team here this evening. Strike on the inside corner. Stretch, check the runner. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes. That ball hit foul down the left field line. Ryan Laurie out at second base. He doubled home Ty Gambro, who had doubled to lead off the inning. 0-2 pitch to Blake Ohlmeyer. Struck him out with a breaking ball. Tag applied by Scott, and that's the inning. Yeah, Ottawa gets a run, couple hits, no errors, 1 man left on base. At the end of it, 2.5 innings of play, it's Ottawa 6 and Kansas Senators 1. We'll be back in 1 minute. You're listening to Arrows Baseball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
The City of Ottawa makes it easy for you to stay informed and be part of your community by visiting their website, ottawaks.gov. You can sign up for city alerts and city news, report an issue you'd like to see taken care of, even pay your bill online. It's where the city and citizens come together online at ottawaks.gov.
Kramer Pharmacy, your local hometown pharmacy, makes it easy for you to pick up or drop off your prescription during the Legacy Square construction. Park at their designated stalls or near 134 South Main and call 242-0240. They'll bring your prescription right out or pick up your written script.
This is Craig Dingle of Dingle & Son Mortuary. All of our locations sell monuments. We have talented people who are experts in bringing your ideas to life to help you create the monument you envision. The possibilities are unlimited.
Dingle & Son Mortuary, 785-242-2323.
When it comes to your home, quality matters. And when quality matters, choose the best. Choose Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling. Call to have your air conditioning system serviced today at 785-242-9273. Adamson Brothers, maintaining your comfort for over 30 years.
Bottom half of the third inning for the Senators. It'll be Connor Scott, Logan Brown, and Jonathan Knapp. Arrows getting 5 in the second. Senators 1 in their half of the inning, and then Ottawa got that run back on the RBI double by Ryan Laurie in the third. Connor Scott will lead things off. Strikeout victim back in the first inning.
Third baseman, 24, Connor Scott.
Aiden Michael with 42 pitches through 2 innings. Fastball grounded slowly to third, up with it Swanson, and a throw in time, and there's one down. Swanson did a nice job of charging that ball. And with one out, the batter is Logan Brown. He also struck out swinging back in the first inning. Swing and a miss to the fastball. Oh, one pitch. Another swing and a miss. That pitch up around his eyes. Brown helping out Michael right there. It's 0-2. Why not go right back to that same spot? This one instead is low and outside. 1-2. Line to the first baseman, 2 down. Brown reached the bat out and hit a soft liner that Ryan Laurie raised his glove up over his head and pulled away. With 2 outs, here is Jonathan Knapp batting for the first time, left-handed hitter. Pitch is down low. High and outside, 2-0. High to Knapp, 3 balls, no strikes. In for a strike, Knapp was taking, 3-1 now. Bottom of the third, base is empty, 2 outs. Here's the 3-1 pitch to Knapp. Swing and a miss. The count runs full. Little looper on the infield, and the second baseman Gambrell makes the play. And Michael works a 1-2-3 bottom of the third. At the end of 3 innings, the score is Ottawa 6, Kansas Senators 1. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Arrows Baseball on KOFO.
Have you ever walked into a business and been treated so well by the people that work there, you can tell they were meant to do what they do? That's what you feel when you walk into Sutton's Jewelry in downtown Ottawa. For more than 50 years, you've been treated with personal service and attention while being shown the best in high-quality jewelry and accessories. If you want to drive out of town, be treated like a number so an associate can make a commission, and walk out with jewelry like everybody else, go right ahead. But for a unique jewelry buying experience, walk into Sutton's Jewelry at 213 South Main in downtown Ottawa. Open Tuesday through Friday 10 to 5:30, Saturdays 10 to 2.
Arrows come to bat here in the fourth. 3, 4, and 5 hitters, Wayne Laurie, Aiden Michael, Cole Swanson against the left-hander Jonathan Knapp, who's on in relief of the starter Noah Fletcher. Arrow's got a couple of doubles in the third against Knapp to score a run. Looking to move into the winner's bracket semifinals. That wouldn't be played until Thursday evening, so they get the day off tomorrow. Winner of this tournament moves on to Hayes next week for the Senior Division Championships. Wayne Laurie is the leadoff man here. He walked in the first, reached on an error by the third baseman in the second. That was a big play. It opened the floodgates, as 4 of Ottawa's 5 runs in that inning were unearned. Fastball for a strike. Grounded to third. This time Scott is up with it, and he'll throw Laurie out. One down, and now the batter is Aiden Michael. Aiden dumped a little single into shallow right center his last time up to drive home a run. He's also been hit by a pitch. Swing and a miss. Knapp's 0-1 delivery. Caught the outside corner. It's 0-2. Down to the dirt. Game's in the top of the fourth. 1 out, nobody on for the Arrows. They lead at 6-1. One-two pitch missed outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Struck him out with a breaking pitch. Second strikeout for Knapp. 2 outs with nobody on for Cole Swanson. Cole beat out an infield single and drove home a run in the second. He's also struck out swinging. Swings and misses, strike 1. Another swing and a miss by Swanson. He's down in the count, 0-2. Curve just missed outside. One-two pitch is low. 2-2 to Swanson. Struck him out with an off-speed pitch. So the Arrows go in order here in the top of the fourth. We played 3.5. It's Ottawa 6, Senators 1. And we'll be back in 1 minute. You're listening to Ottawa Arrows Baseball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Dr. Mike Hyatt, Ottawa Chiropractic Clinic.
The number one overall health problem that we have and that we're dealing with right now would be being overweight or being obese. How do we talk about this? I think our role is to encourage our patients to become more active, encourage them to park a little further away out in the parking lot, to try and take 1,000 extra steps a day, to try and watch what they eat.
For your free consultation, call 785-242-4100, Ottawa Chiropractic Clinic.
You got to the game late, and the only place to park turned out to be a little too close to foul territory. But you're not worried. In fact, you watch the rest of the game before you even go check the damage. How can you be so confident? Your auto insurance is with local State Farm agent Keith King. There's a reason State Farm is the largest auto insurer in the U.S.
I'm State Farm Insurance Agent Keith King. Let's work together to be sure your vehicle has the coverage you need. Call and schedule an appointment today at 242-9435. Stop by my office at 111 South Main in Ottawa or visit online at keithking.net.
Kansas Senators come to bat here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Jackson Souza, Tyler Dreisgaker, and Lance Scott. Title sponsor of Arrows Baseball on KOFO this year is your State Farm agent Keith King in downtown Ottawa. He's at 111 South Main, or give him a call at 242-9435 for all types of insurance needs. Jackson Souza will lead things off. He grounded a single up the middle his first time up. Aiden Michael back to work. Pitch is down low. Fastball is high, 2-0. Another pitch upstairs, 3-0 to Sosa. Strike at the knees, 3-1. And high ball 4, leadoff walk, and that's never a good idea. Wayne Laurie out to have a word with Michael. With the new pitch count rules, or newer pitch count rules that we have in Legion Baseball, it's so very important that you learn to pitch to contact whenever possible. You certainly want to have something on the ball, but throwing strikes is really at a premium, and using your defense to your advantage. Here's Tyler Dreisgaker on an error by the third baseman Swanson back in the second inning. And he takes a strike. Souza with a safe lead at first. Pitch down low, nice stop by Laurie. And the count 1-1. Michael will step off the rubber and look Souza back to the bag. Off-speed pitch is popped in the air, foul territory, caught by the third baseman Swanson. Boy, Dreisgaker was really fooled by that pitch. Got nothing on it, and Swanson makes the play, one away. Now here's Lance Scott. Scott on the fielder's choice grounder, his first time up. Runner at first now with one out. You're in the bottom of the fourth. Ottawa leads 6-1. Breaking pitch, fouled back to the screen. Stretch by Michael, and now he'll bluff a throw to first after stepping off the rubber. Swing and a miss by Scott, 0-1. Scott having a word with the home plate umpire about something. I'm sorry, the count is now 0-2. Foul tip. Lori couldn't hold on. Still nothing in 2. Check of the runner. 0-2 pitch. Down to the dirt. Nice stop by Lori. Now 1-2 to Lance Scott. Kerner swung on and missed, and Scott very upset with himself. He strikes out. Strikeout number 4 for Michael. 2 outs in the inning. And here is Michael Bowers. Bowers drew a walk back in that second inning. Souza now at first base with 2 away. And Michael stepping off the rubber. Bowers, left-handed batter. Runner goes, pitch swung on a miss. Lori's throw to second base will not be in time. Oh, and 1 to Bowers. Here's the stretch. And the pitch. Breaking ball caught the outside corner. Count now 0-2. Bowers back in after the home plate umpire dusted the plate off. Two-strike pitch, low and inside. Check of the runner. 1-2 pitch, grounded, just foul outside of third. Bowers almost had extra bases down the line. Still 1-2. Buried in the dirt. Lori blocked it. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Bowers. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Grounder to the right side. Big hop for Gamble. He'll throw to first in time to retire the side. No runs for the Senators, no hits, no errors, and 1 left. At the end of 4 innings of play, Arrows 6, Senators 1, and we're back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Arrows Baseball on 1220 and 103.7 FM, KOFO.
Smart Ottawa shoppers know Cosentino's Price Chopper has the best rewards program in town. Only Price Chopper lets you earn points on all your purchases. Visit mypricechopper.com and start saving on food or fuel today. Shop Cosentino's, your local family-owned grocer since 1948. Kramer Pharmacy, your local hometown pharmacy at 134 North Main, encourages you during the Legacy Square construction to use their free citywide at-home delivery. Call Kramer Pharmacy 242-2055 and visit KramerRx.com and download their free mobile app.
We move to the top of the fifth inning. For Ottawa, it'll be Michael Hull, Ty Gambrell, and Brody Mundell. Jonathan Knapp on in relief of the starting pitcher, Noah Fletcher. He has thrown a couple innings, allowed a couple of hits and a run. He has struck out 3. Arrows did their damage with 5 runs in the second, 4 of those unearned. After Topeka got a run in the bottom of the second, the Arrows got a run back in the third inning on an RBI double by Ryan Laurie. The winner of this ball game gets tomorrow off. They'll play again on Thursday. The loser has to play tomorrow against Oskaloosa. Michael Hull is 0 for 2 in this ball game, robbed of a hit last time up by a fine play made by center fielder Michael Bowers. Pitch is on the inside corner of the knee, strike 1. Slowly hit ground ball to third. Connor Scott throws out Hull, 1 away. Now Ty Gambrell, who doubled down the left field line and scored back in the third, he is also walked.
Now batting, second baseman, number 5, Ty Gambrell.
Left-hander against left-hander. Gambrell takes the strike. Inside out swing, he fouls it out of play, 0-2. Base is empty, 1 out, top of the 5th. 0-2 to Gambrell. Slow curve is low. Slow hit ground ball past the pitcher's mound, and a second baseman will have no play, and it'll be an infield single for Gambrell.
Now batting, shortstop, number 4, Brody Mundell.
Hit number 7 for the Arrows. Here's Brody Mundell. Brody has a hit back in the second inning, a single. He's 1 for 2. Stretched by Knapp, the pitch. Up too high. One-oh pitch. Chopper to short, might be 2. They'll play to second base out there and no throw to first. So Gambrell retired at second base, play going 6-4. 2 outs for Ryan Laurie. RBI double his last time up. He's also reached on a fielder's choice and scored. Catcher Scott out to have a word with his left-hander. Stretched by Knapp, the pitch to Laurie. And low and gets away from the catcher. There's Mundell down to second base. So now a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. Arrows tonight 4 for 11 with runners in scoring position. Reach for a pitch up out of the zone and fouls it back. Now the 1-1 pitch. Popped it up. Foul territory and playable. Coling over near the fence, and he overran the ball, and he missed it. So Ryan Laurie will get another chance. Let's see if he can make the Senators pay here. The ball and 2 strikes. Runner at second, 2 outs. In the air to center field. Bowers to his right, makes the catch, and that's the inning. In the 5th for the Arrows, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's Arrows 6, Senators 1, and we'll be back after this 1-minute break. You're listening to Ottawa Arrows Baseball on KOFO.
Safe, secure, strong. We're rock solid. Kansas State Bank, a better way to bank with community people you know. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This is Chase Dingle of Dingle & Son Mortuary. I learned very young being in the funeral business wasn't just a job, it was a way of life. Never dull, sometimes stressful, but always fulfilling. I wanted to be a part of that and carry on the family tradition.
Dingle & Son Mortuary, 785-242-2323.
Hi, I'm Jack with Arvest Bank. My goal today? Play an epic drum solo. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Sorry about that. Maybe I should have let an expert help me accomplish my goal. And for your financial goals, Arvest is the expert. We can help you rock out buying a new home in no time. Get pre-qualified in person or on your phone. When it comes to your finances, trust the experts. Trust Arvest, equal housing lender.
6-1 Arrows as the Kansas Senators bat here in the bottom of the 5th. Gunnar Coling will lead things off, then Cody Bashiktono and Connor Scott. Don't forget the Arrows Coaches Show tomorrow at 12:20 on 1220 and 103.7 FM as we'll talk Arrows baseball with your host Eric Chappell, live from Pizza Time in downtown Ottawa. Gunnar Coling picked up an RBI the easy way, a bases-loaded walk back in the 2nd. Fastball is high. Aiden Michaels pitch count 72, so a bit unlikely that he's going to make it through this ball game. There's a strike, 1-1. Next pitch is low, 2-1. Michael has walked 3, struck out 4 here tonight. The run he allowed in the 2nd inning was unearned. 2-1 to Coling, a fastball in there, 2-2. Upstairs, a full count. Swing and a miss, struck him out. So Coling down on strikes, 1 out. Back to the top of the order for Cody Mashictano. He is grounded out and struck out, 0 for 2.
Cody Mashictano.
Fastball is low. Arrows on top, 6-1, bottom of the 5th. Outside and low, 2 balls and no strikes. It is a good pitcher's night from the standpoint that the heat is not a problem. Outside low, 3-0 to Mashictano. Way inside, and a 4-pitch walk. The Arrows have warm-up action down the left field line. The batter will be Connor Scott. Scott is 0 for 2, struck out in the first and grounded out to third in the third.
Now batting, third baseman, number 24, Connor Scott.
Stretch, pitch, buried in the dirt. Michael appears to be overthrowing. He has a tendency to do that from time to time, trying to get something extra on the ball. There's a foul ball out of play, 1-1. Mashictano out at first base with 1 away. Swing and a miss. Good fastball there with 1 ball, 2 strikes. Stretch by Michael. And the 1-2 pitch. In the dirt, that one rolls away from Laurie, and the runner will take second base. Now a 2-2 count to Scott. Another ball in the dirt. This time Laurie keeps it close by. And the count runs full. Cannot stress how important it is to throw strikes. Swing and a foul tip held by the catcher. Strike 3. Wayne. 2 outs in the inning. And now Logan Brown will bat.
Now batting, right fielder.
He is lined out and struck out, 0 for 2. Pitch is over but low. Ground ball past the mound. Big hop for Gambrell. Throw to first, and the side is retired. So Michael works around the one-out walk. No runs, no hits, no errors, one left. At the end of 5, it's Ottawa 6, Kansas Senators 1. We're back in 30 seconds, and you're listening to Ottawa Arrows Baseball on KOFO.
Some things just don't stand the test of time. The Ulmerton Tower, the Hans Dickinson Museum of Fine Arts, the Richfield International Blimport. Never heard of these places? That's because they're not there. But if C.S. Cunningham had built them, they'd all be household names by now. Speaking of households, how's your foundation holding up after this winter? Call C.S. Cunningham to take a look for free. Concrete that's concrete. C.S. Cunningham, 785-242-7101.
Top of the order up here for the Arrows in the top of the 6th, Johnston, Olmeyer, and Wayne Laurie. And we have a new pitcher for the Senators. And that will be Chris Huff. Huff, a right-hander. Let's see what else they may have done with the lineup here. So Huff will bat in the 4 spot in the order. Looks like we might have a new catcher then, too. Catcher just now coming out of the dugout, so let's see who that is. That, I believe, is that's Mashictano now behind the plate. So who is out in left field? Wyatt Johnston will lead things off for Ottawa.
Let's go to number 9, Wyatt Johnston.
Wyatt in the ball game is 1 for 3, an RBI single in the 2nd. Up and in, ball 1. Strike called. Jonathan Knapp went 3 innings. Allowed just 1 run, 3 hits. Breaking ball didn't break, stayed high and inside. 2-1 to Johnston. Way outside. Arrows wouldn't mind a little insurance right here. They're up 5. Three-one to Johnston, hit the outside corner. Timeout called now. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Johnston strikes out. So 1 out. Here's Blake Olmeyer. Olmeyer 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Breaking ball way outside. Swing and a foul tip, 1-1. We're in the sixth. One out, nobody on. Swing and a breaking ball, and he came up empty. It's 1-2. Strike three, he caught the outside corner. So Olmeyer caught looking, 2 outs. And here's Wayne Laurie. Wayne is 0 for 2 with a walk. He scored a run. Pitch inside to him. Huff working quickly. Chopper to short. Souza has it. Throws. Inning over. Ottawa out in order here in the sixth. And at the end of 5.5, it remains Arrows 6, Senators 1. And we'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Arrows Baseball on KOFO.
The Ottawa Recreation Commission is your place for activities and other programs designed to keep the members of our community active and healthy. Visit us at the GOT building or online at orcottawas.org to see recreation options for all ages. Ottawa Recreation Commission, bring recreation to life.
Whether it happens on the field or your front yard, we all have aches and pains that make us realize we're not quite the superstar we used to be. Thank goodness Advent Health Ottawa has added Dr. Chris Eklund and his 20 years of experience in orthopedics and sports medicine to their staff. Call 785-229-8438 or visit adventhealthottawa.com.
Bottom of the sixth inning. Senators will send up Chris Huff, Jackson Souza, and Tyler Dreiskaker. Aiden Michael has thrown 90 pitches. 105 is the limit, so he can certainly get through this inning. Ottawa had some warm-up action earlier. Ottawa got 5 in the second, 1 in the third. Senators' only run coming in the bottom of the second. Chris Huff will bat for the first time here. Huff, a left-handed batter. Pitch right through there, strike called. Down too low. Count a ball and a strike. Fouled off the mask of, I guess, the catcher. Maybe the home plate umpire. He goes out and walks the ball back to Michael, so the count 1-2. Not always easy to tell who that foul ball goes off the mask of. 1-2 to Huff. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Strikeout number 7 for Aiden Michael. 1 away. Now Jackson Sosa. He's been on base twice. A single in the second with a run scored and a walk in the fourth. He has stolen a base. Called strike on the outside corner. Fastball high. Evens the count, 1-1. Pop foul out of play, first base side. A ball and 2 strikes to Jackson Souza. Another foul ball out of play. This next pitch for Aiden Michael will be number 100 on the night. Fastball high, 2-2. Curve is high, full count. Grounder slowly hit the left side, and then off the glove of Swanson and on into shallow left field. I don't think they would have gotten out there, but Swanson tried to cut that ball off, and it just rolled off the glove. It'll be a single for Souza.
Now batting second baseman, number 722.
1 on, 1 out. Tyler Dreisgager, the batter. Dreisgager has reached on an error and fouled out to the third baseman. Fastball for a strike. A 1 pitch, and it hit him. Oh, the umpire says no, it did not. The batter tried to deke the umpire. The umpire would have none of it. 1-1 the count. Slowly hit ground ball to the right side, charged by Gambrell. He'll flip in time for the out, and there's 2 away. So that was pitch number 104, so Michael can pitch here to Aaron Neal, batting for the first time.
Number 10, Aaron Neal.
Neal, a left-handed batter with a runner at second, 2 away. Called strike, 0-1. Oh, 1 to Neal. Popped it up. Who wants it? The shortstop Mundell on the grass in the outfield. And he dropped the ball. Throw to the plate, not in time. And a run scores. And that is going to have to do it here for Aiden Michael. So the Arrows will make a pitching change here in the bottom of the 6th, leading 6-2. And we'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Arrows Baseball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
KOFO and State Farm agent Ryan Dispro are sending you to the K to see the Kansas City Royals this summer. To win tickets, register at Ryan's State Farm office at 504 Redbud Avenue in Garnett. And you could be there to see the Royals host the Blue Jays on July 29th. We'll announce the winner on July 25th during the Brad Howard Early Morning Show.
And Alex hits one well. Deep right center field. That's a way back, and it's off the top of of the wall, and the Royals have tied it on Gordon's double.
Register now to see the Kansas City Royals from State Farm agent Ryan Dispro and KOFO.
New Arrows pitcher will be right-hander Brett Hadel, appearing for the 11th time this season. He has a record of 1 win, 3 losses, and an earned run average of 4.58. He's thrown 26 innings, allowed 23 hits, 19 runs, 17 earned. He has walked 19 and struck out 23.
Brett Hadel.
Aiden Michael will remain in the ball game. He'll move over to play first base. So Hadel will bat in the number 9 spot in the lineup. Well, the Arrows should be out of this inning. Brody Mundell just dropped a pop-up out just slightly on the outfield grass. Not a difficult play. Senators have a runner at first, and Michael Bowers will be the batter. Hadel's last appearance on the mound came in the first game of the Fike tournament for the Arrows, where he went 3 2/3 innings, was eventually the losing pitcher against Warrensburg, Missouri. So Bauer stands in. He has walked. He has grounded out. Fouls it back to the screen, 0-1. Stretch by Hadel, and the 0-1 pitch, way outside and high. One to Bowers, runner goes, pitch is grounded on one hop to Gambrell, and the throw to first in time, and that's the inning. In the 6th, 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, 1 left. We'll go to the 7th. It's Ottawa 6, Senators 2, and we'll return in 30 seconds. You're listening to Ottawa Arrows Baseball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
People like me are powerless over alcohol, and if we could outthink it, outrun it, do whatever we needed to do, we could beat it, but we can't by ourselves. Everything I have, everything I've done, I owe to Valley Hope.
An estimated 88,000 people die from alcohol-related causes annually, making it the 3rd leading preventable cause of death in the United States. For more information, visit valleyhope.org. Sponsored by Valley Hope Association and the station.
Arrows up by 4 as they come to bat here in the top of the 7th inning. It'll be the middle third of the order. Aiden Michael, Cole Swanson, and Michael Hull against Chris Huff. Third pitcher used tonight by the Senators. I think we now have a beat on the defensive setup for the Senators. Aaron Neal, who came into the ball game at the start of the 6th inning, is out in right field, and Logan Brown moved from right field to left. Aiden Michael will lead things off. He is 1 for 2, a single in the 2nd inning. That drove home a run. He's also been hit by a pitch. Fastball for a strike. Curveball, grounded into left field, a base hit. So Aiden Michael has a couple of hits. Arrows with 8 in the ball game. Now Cole Swanson. Swanson 1 for 3, an infield single in the second inning. Let's see if Ottawa might be playing for an insurance run here. They're up 4. Swing and the foul back by Swanson, 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch. High and outside. Swanson again fouls it back. And the count now a ball and 2 strikes. Huff stares in for a sign. Curve, and Swanson just nicked it foul. Runner at first, nobody out. Game in the 7th. Ottawa leads by 4. Fastball low and away, 2-2. Stretch. And the 2-2 pitch. Again, Swanson spoils it by fouling it back to the screen. Chopped up the third baseline foul. Michael will retreat to first base. He's there with a leadoff single. He'll throw that way, and he's back. Swanson waits. And here is Huff's 2-2 pitch. Checked his swing. It was high, 3-2. Went around on the pitch up in the zone. He strikes out. And that was ball 4. Third strikeout for Huff. 1 out in the inning. Here's Michael Hull. Michael's 0 for 3. 2 ground balls and a fly to center. That ball hit sharply to short. Should be 2. Out at second. Back to first. And safe at first. Hull beat it. Good hustle. Now with 2 outs, here's Ty Gambrell. Ty, a couple of hits. He's been on base 3 times tonight. That ball got away from Mashictano, the catcher, and down to second base goes Hull. Pitch was inside. 1-0 to Gambrell. That's a nice insurance run out there at second base if Arrows can get him home. 6-2, Arrows, top of the 7th. Hull leads away from second. 1-0 pitch to Gambrel. High and outside. Hit foul down the left field line, out of play. Stretch, and the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. He had a big cut, but came up empty. And the count now even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Huff asks for a new baseball. Hull, the runner out at second. And a pitch hits him. So Gambrel is on once again. And that will get Brody Mundell to the plate. Brody is 1 for 3. A single back in the second inning.
Now batting shortstop number 4, Brody Mundell.
Outfielders are playing pretty deep. They don't want anything to get past them, so a base hit into the outfield would probably score a run. Swing and a miss, and a pitch up around his shoulders, 0-1. Fly ball, shallow right, has a chance to drop and will. Runner around third. He's going to try to score. Here comes the throw, and it's high and Hull's in safely, and the runners move up to second and third. So Mundell gets the run home, and Brett Hadel will bat for the first time. Hadel hitting .250 on the year, no homers, 10 RBIs. Stretched by Huff, and the pitch. Fastball high. Hadel takes high, 2-0. The Arrows have done a much better job of hitting with runners in scoring position here tonight. Two-0 pitch to Hadel. Land on the left field line, twisting, foul ball. Gambrel back to third, Mundell to second. Here's a stretch and a 2-1 pitch. Low and inside. Nice stop by Mashictano. Huff has a sign, and the 3-1. Ground ball foul past third base coach Kyle Altick. Count is full now to Hadel. Curve, strike three call. Boy, what a bender there by Huff. Arrows pick up an insurance run, though, on 2 base hits. No errors and 2 left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's the Arrows 7, the Senators 2. We're back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Ottawa Arrows Baseball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
KOFO is your home for Kansas City Royals baseball in East Central Kansas. At the K or away, you can hear all the action in 2019 on 103.7 FM and 1220. Royals baseball is brought to you by our broadcast sponsors and title sponsor, State Farm Insurance agent Ryan Dispro. The Royals start a quick 2-game series in Atlanta tonight before returning to the K on Thursday. We'll preempt our Royals coverage tonight to bring you Ottawa Arrows American Legion baseball from the Zone Tournament in Ottawa. Don't miss Royals baseball on KOFO.
Bottom of the 7th. For the Senators, it will be Coling, Mashictano, and Connor Scott. Line is closed, by the way, now on Aiden Michael. He had himself quite a night. Went 5 2/3 innings, allowed 2 hits, 2 runs. They were both unearned. He walked 4 and struck out 7. Brett Hadel in to try to bring it home. Gunnar Coling will lead things off. He walked in the 2nd, struck out in the 5th.
Senators, 42. Gunnar Coling.
Right-handed batter Coling. Pitch up too high. Fly ball to right. Over is Olmeyer. He's there, and he looks up into the lights and makes a catch. That was not an easy play out there for Blake Olmeyer, but he made it 1 down. Here's Cody Mashictano. Walked his last time up, otherwise 0 for 2. Hadel's pitch is a breaking ball high. Fastball is low and inside, 2-0. 7-2 Arrows. We're in the bottom of the 7th. Down low to Mashictano, 3 balls, no strikes. Fastball in there. Mashictano was taking 3-1. Grounder to 2nd. Gambrel up with it. Throws in time. 2 down. And now Connor Scott, who is 0 for 3 tonight.
Now batting third baseman, number 24, Connor Scott.
Hadel's pitch, slow breaking ball high. Curve, tapped out in front of the plate. Laurie will field, throw to first, and the ball game is over. Senators out in order here in the 7th, and the final score, Ottawa 7, Kansas Senators 2. And we'll be back in 2 minutes. You're listening to Arrows Baseball on 1220 and 103.7 FM. KOFO.
Parenting doesn't come with a manual, so if you are currently raising children, you no doubt could use a little help. Whether you have a child who is potty training, a strong-willed 5-year-old, colicky newborn, or rebellious teen, Life Care Center of Ottawa offers free parenting education to any parent of any age child. Not only that, while you are learning, you are also earning the resources you need to help care for your children, all at no cost to you. Call us today at 785-242-4500 to start becoming the mom or dad you were designed to be.
Because of the Independence Day holiday, the First Friday Forum this month is today. Learn and understand the working parts of your community, free and open to the public. This morning's guest is Franklin County Emergency Management Director Alan Radcliffe, who will discuss the impact the hard winter and spring storms have had on Franklin County. The forum begins at 10 o'clock at Neosho County Community College and is sponsored by the Ottawa Area Chamber of Commerce, the City of Ottawa, Neosho County Community College, the Franklin County Health Department, the Ottawa Herald, Kansas State Bank, and KOFO.
Evercraft Trolley Jacks available at Napa Auto Parts in Ottawa, Baldwin City, Osage City, and Gardner.
Needing work? Want to do something different? KOFO is looking for someone to fill a part-time position as a control board operator. No previous experience is necessary, but must have a good work ethic, good communication skills, be familiar with computer operations, and have your own transportation. This could be your entry into an exciting career in radio. KOFO is an equal opportunity employer.
Arrows winning here tonight 7-2, and they move into the winner's bracket of this tournament, and more importantly, they get tomorrow night off. Arrows jumped out to a 5-0 lead in the second. RBI single by Wyatt Johnston got them on the board, and then an error by the third baseman Connor Scott opened the floodgates for 4 more runs. After Topeka scored, I should say the Senators scored a run in their half of the second inning. Ottawa got it back in the top of the third. Ty Gambrell doubled to lead things off, scored on a 1-out double by Ryan Laurie. Stayed that way until the 6th, when the Senators got a run to make it 6-2, but Ottawa got that run back on an RBI single by Brody Mundell in the 7th. And Aiden Michael and Brett Hadel combine on a 2-hitter and move Ottawa into the winner's bracket, where they will now play at 6 o'clock on Thursday, and they will play the winner of Leavenworth and Donovan County. That will be the early game tomorrow evening. The late game will be Oskaloosa and Topeka in an elimination ball game. Final line score for the game here tonight, Ottawa was 7 runs on 9 hits, 2 errors, and they left 8 men on base. For the Senators, 2 runs on 2 hits. They committed 2 errors, and they left 6 men on base. Aiden Michael, the winning pitcher, his record is now 2-3 on the season, and the losing pitcher for the Senators, the starter, Noah Fletcher. That'll do it for the game here this evening. Again, Ottawa wins it by the score of 7-2, and this is Gary Bateman saying so long from Harvey Drake Field here in Ottawa.
We hope you enjoyed this broadcast of Ottawa Arrows Post 60 American Legion Baseball on KOFO. Brought to you by title sponsor, State Farm Insurance Agent Keith King. And by the Ottawa Chiropractic Clinic, Quality Structures Incorporated, Dingle & Son Mortuary, Sutton's Jewelry, Advent Health Ottawa. And by the Ottawa Recreation Commission, Kramer Pharmacy, Cosentino's Price Chopper, Kansas State Bank. Also by Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling, Arvest Bank, CarStar, C.S. Cunningham Construction, and the City of Ottawa. This has been an exclusive presentation from your home of Ottawa Arrows Post 60 American Legion Baseball and your sports source for East Central Kansas, KOFO.